Hey you guys, how's it going? So I'm watching 16 and Pregnant, right, on MTV, and I just still can't get over some of these girls who are like, yeah, I'm pregnant, but my parents are completely okay with it. Their parents let their boyfriend come and live with them, and the guy's like, I'm gonna marry you, and we're just gonna be wonderful, and everything's gonna be peachy keen. And then, at the end of the show, they're, like, doing their personal diaries, and they're crying, and they're like, I don't understand, it's so hard, I thought it was going to be so different, I don't understand why he left me. Really? Really? Like, what world do you live in? Can I go live there? Because you aren't living in reality, honey. I don't know. Show just annoys me. And yet, I still watch it. That's the sad part. I still watch it. Anyway, winter hair regimen. Finally have it together. It's taken me roughly about 2 months to kind of actually formulate everything and put everything together and make it work. So, basically, a couple of videos ago, I said that my hair was just acting all kinds of crazy. I was taking a break from it just because it was dry. My scalp was horribly dry. And it was just some kind of mess. And I finally figured out why. It's because all of the products that I have been using, or most of them anyway, contain glycerin. Now, if you watched my swimmer's hair care video, I touched very, very briefly on glycerin, and I didn't really explain it as much as I probably should have, but glycerin basically is a humectant, and once it's in your hair, especially if you live in a high humidity region, such as Florida, like I do, glycerin attracts all the moisture and all that humidity that's in the air to your hair, so it keeps it kind of moisturized. For me, I like this because my hair obviously stays moisturized. A lot of people don't like this because they feel that it makes their hair extra frizzy and poofy, and it just doesn't work well with their hair. Also, in the wintertime, a lot of people don't like to use glycerin or humectants for that matter because there's less humidity, obviously, in the wintertime, and there's nothing for the glycerin to pull from out of the air, so it turns kind of to the hair itself and pulls out all the moisture from the hair that's already there, and it can leave the hair feeling kind of dry and just not nice and soft or anything. So I had already known all of this, but I never kind of ever paid attention to it just because I've never had a winter hair regimen, or I've always kept my hair straight for the wintertime. So I fall into the cycle, I've always done it, that I straighten my hair and then I'm like, oh, it's so easy to take care of because, I don't have to worry about it air drying and then going out into the colder weather. I can just have it straight, and go, basically. So I just fall into this pattern of neglecting my hair and flat ironing it and not deep conditioning and moisturizing it like I should, so that when summertime comes around, I end up cutting off 3 to 4 inches. So basically, I wanted to make this regimen to challenge myself to wear my hair curly during the wintertime. I will straighten, but I wanted to wear it most of the time curly and deal with it the correct way and just learn how to take care of it in the wintertime. So back to that glycerin nonsense, I went and did probably, I'm going to say like a week or a week and a half. Within that week or week and a half, I washed my hair maybe 3 times, and I purposely used all products that had glycerin in it. So my co-washing conditioner had glycerin, my leave-in, and my styler had glycerin. So I did that, and mostly for the winter also, I've began to wash my hair at night as early as possible, then air dry as much as possible, and then put it up in my pineapple and go to sleep, and that way in the morning, it's, for the most part, pretty much dry. If it is still a little wet, I just take my blow dryer and blow dry the roots because that's the only part that's wet. So doing this whole regimen with glycerin, I found that by the end of the day, my hair was so like rough to touch. It was so dried out. My scalp was really dry to the point where I started getting a flaky scalp, which has never happened to me. So I basically concluded that it had to be the glycerin in the products, and I decided to do a glycerin-free everything in my regimen. So at this point, I was ready to, go out to Target or my beauty supply and obviously hunt for new products with all of this glycerin. And I stopped myself, which I'm really proud, and I said, you know what? I have this whole thing of hair products. Let's go through and see what I have. So sure enough, I formulated a whole new regimen with products I already have. So I'm happy about that because I didn't have to spend any money, and holidays are coming up and I need to save as much as I can. But anyway, I'm going to start off with a couple of conditioners that I use, and they are glycerin-free. All of these will be glycerin-free. And this is the first one, the Suave Naturals Pomegranate Splash, and I showed this in a haul video. I love this conditioner. It's like halfway full now, but I love this conditioner. It smells so good. I love it. And it's thick enough for me. So Suave is good if you're looking for glycerin-free stuff. Also, the Aussie, this is the 3-Minute Miracle. I've had this. I found this. I've had it for a while, but I'm just wanted to use it. This doesn't contain glycerin, but this is a 3-Minute Miracle. I'm not sure about the regular Aussie Moist Conditioner, so you may want to check that if you are looking for glycerin-free products as well. Now, as far as leave-ins go, leave-ins and moisturizers, you all know I rave about it all the time. The Curl Enhancing Smoothie by Shea Moisture is my absolute love. It is my staple. It will always be my staple. But unfortunately, it does have glycerin in it, so I kind of had to switch it up, and yeah, I had to go like a different route. So the reason why I like the smoothie is because it moisturizes and acts as a leave-in. So that's 2 products in one. So basically, I got my Old Faithful, which I've been using this for a long time too, is the Giovanni Direct leave-in conditioner, and I started using this. And all of Giovanni's products, by the way, are glycerin-free. I've started using this as my leave-in, and then I've started using the Curl and Style Milk by Shea Moisture, which you guys saw. I did a review on this, and I said I liked it, but it was a little bit too light for my hair, so I didn't really like it. But this acts as a awesome moisturizer for my hair. So these two in conjunction, I basically, after I co-wash or wash my hair, I put about a quarter-size amount of this on, and a little goes a long way with this if you haven't used it before. I put a quarter-size amount on soaking wet hair, and then I add the Curl and Style Milk as my moisturizer, and then I move on to my styler. And basically, my stylers has always been for the past couple months, the Curls Rock. And I tried this method out with the Quick Curls, but again, the Quick Curls, like I said, doesn't give me consistent results, and I don't really like it. So I always put the Curls Rock on top of it as my styler. I've also been using gels. In my last video, I said I was experimenting with gels just as a plain styler. And this, the Herbal Essences Totally Twisted gel, does not contain glycerin, and it works fairly well for the most part. It serves its purpose. It's not as good as this, obviously, but if I'm just in a hurry and I need to be somewhere and go, this works just as well. And the Herbal Essences gel is also a little bit more, like, it's wetter. It's more liquidy for whatever reason, so it smooths in my hair better than, say, Eco Styler or my, Icy Fantasia gel. But I also do use Eco Styler, which is currently in this Gladware tub, because this one likes to sit in my sink or lay in my sink in the morning or at night when I'm getting ready for bed or getting ready to go to school. She just likes to sit there, and I'm guessing since I left my EcoCeller jar on the corner. She knocked it down and it split the bottom open, so I had to end up putting it in this. But EcoCeller does have glycerin in it, but I only use a little bit of it when I do use this, so I don't really see that big of a difference. You know, I just end up having to use extra moisturizer the next day. As far as curl refreshers, I'm just going to stick with my Jane Carter solution. You guys have seen this. I really love this. I'm almost out of this one. I need to go pick up some more, actually. But what I'm going to start doing, since this is fairly cheap, I believe this is $9 or $10. You pick it up at Target. I'm going to start putting this in just a spray bottle, and I'm going to do half water, half this. That way I can get it to stretch a little bit more, because I go through this fairly quickly. So, yeah, just to kind of stretch my money a little bit more. But yeah, that's pretty much my new glycerin-free winter regimen. I hope this helps some of you. If you are having the same problems that I'm having, maybe, you know, if you're just all of a sudden your hair is becoming dry, check and see if it has glycerin in it, and try to do like a glycerin-free thing and see if that helps you a little bit. But yeah, that's it. As always, if you guys have anything to add, any questions or comments, whether it's hair related or not, please feel free to leave them below. As always, thank you guys for watching. I want to say Happy Veterans Day to all of you out there who have family in the military. My dad's an ex-Marine, so I just want to say Happy Veterans Day to you guys out there. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. So, bye guys.